Hello and welcome to Ride It and Review It. Joining me this week and every week we have the one, the only, Rob.
Hey, how are we doing?
I'm hoping you're that side. I really am hoping it's that side. With Ride It and Review It, we're going to take a random ride from our minds and we are going to review it. We are going to let you know whether you should ride it, consider it, or just not ride it at all. Do not bother. So, Rob, what ride have we decided to review?
This week, we're heading over to Thorpe Park, and it's the Swarm.
The Swarm. I remember watching the advert for the Swarm, mate, and I was well excited, especially with the wing coaster as well, mate. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's it.
Oh.
Yes, absolutely.
So, what kind of ride is Swarm? Although I've just said it's a wing coaster.
It's a fantastic B&M winged coaster. Something that I think we should have more of here in the UK. Absolutely. Yeah. It's located on Swarm Island at Thorpe Park, sort of all by itself. It's got its own little section, which they could add a hell of a lot more to. Top speeds of 59 miles an hour.
No!
Which is fast for a roller coaster by any standard.
You're telling me
and
that
that's
drop?
Off the Thorpe Park website. This is not Wikipedia here. We're moving fast.
Oh yeah, mate. Yeah, we don't trust Wikipedia. No, it goes 59 miles per hour.
That's what they're stating.
That first drop? No way.
Must be.
Wow, man.
Must be.
Drop some G's on there.
It's over 2,543 feet in length, and it has a height of 127 foot. So she's a big one.
Wow, yeah, really big.
She is a big one. That first drop, it feels it though, I think.
Yeah. Well, obviously, like you said, Swarm is at Thorpe Park. It's like an apocalypse, end of the world kind of feel to it.
Aliens are going to come and destroy it.
Although I do think the cars look a bit like Megatron from Transformers. Yeah. Just saying. I don't know if you've ever looked. I genuinely thought this could be a Transformer ride. If you ever get an IP on it, Transformer. You know what I mean? There it is. Just putting it out there for you. But yes, with a time though of 1 minute and 15 seconds, Rob.
It's a short one.
It's really.
It's not long enough.
It's
is it?
really short. 1 minute 15. But overall, I think when you first see Swarm, when you first, like you say, go into the Swarm Island and you just see it here, where everything's completely destroyed. You've got like a random telephone box, I think, on the right hand side where it's just constantly ringing, and then you obviously on the on the left hand side as well, you've got like a fire engine which is like looks like it's sinking in.
You've got the aeroplane first.
Oh, sorry, yes.
When you first come over the Swarm Bridge. You've got the aeroplane on your left. That's all broken up.
But
you've got the ambulance directly in front of you, which is on its.
Oh gosh, yeah.
On its back end.
I was thinking about the ambulance where the op cab is, the operation cab. You know, in the station. That's a police trailer. Of course, it is. That's like flipped upside down. So I know what I'm talking about.
I think
I've been on it.
I think. I think it is.
But yeah, out of all the rides I've done, I do think that Swarm has the best theming. I mean, it looks amazing.
It's got the biggest set pieces, I think. Obviously, with the plane, that's massive. That's just like they've just bought a plane and just plonked it. Interesting fact for you as well, actually. The helicopter that's down the bottom, that used to be a rescue helicopter in Australia, I believe, on Bondi Beach.
Really?
So it was actually a serving helicopter, yes.
That's an actual real helicopter?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And then I think it got bought from Australia, and then it was used in Portsmouth, I believe, for a little while. And then that's when it got decommissioned, and that's when it got moved to Thorpe Park.
Ooh. Fair dues. Fair dues. So you are literally, like, so you're in the big plaza, and you've got all this theming around it. You can see the Swarm flying everywhere, and it looks impressive, to be fair. And even it goes with the advert as well, where you see the advert, and if I can remember it, it's kind of like a city, and you just see this. All you see is shadows. I think it is from the Swarm.
Just flying over.
Yeah, and it's picking people up, and you see the destruction of the city and stuff. And that's pretty much, what it looks like, especially with the station itself, which is obviously the church which is destroyed, which we'll talk about very shortly. But so you are now heading towards the queue line. Now the queue line itself's a bit of a cattle pen.
Yeah, bit of a.
And there's nothing worse.
Jobby.
There's nothing worse, Rob, than when you're queuing up for it, and then you're thinking to yourself, "Don't open that gate." You know which one I'm talking about? The one what goes over.
Yeah.
And you're thinking to yourself, "Oh my gosh, why?" And then you're there again, queuing for about another 15, 20 minutes in that little area. And then obviously, like you say, you're heading towards the station. Now, your thoughts on the station?
I think the station's really good. I think it's so well themed, and it's so like, because obviously I'm a bit sad and I pay special attention to theming and how they've done it. It's very simple, but it's just so effective. Like, it's literally just like a metal structure with like foam and bits of board stuck to it, but it's just done so well, and it fits in perfectly with like a post-apocalyptic world. And it's because
brilliant. It's a church, isn't it? I believe it's a church with the roof being ripped off it.
Yeah, like churchy chapel
and
thing,
the side bits when you're queuing up, the bays, should I call them? They're supposed to be like seats. That's why they're that colour, that wood seats.
Yeah, like
yeah,
pews.
That's it. Yeah. And I love the fact of you got a police car, which is proper random, like you say, on its upside down
on its roof. Yeah.
And it looks really good.
It does, yeah. Everything looks like realistic.
Yes.
Like it's not sort of overdone to the point where you think, oh, this is just like made up. It actually looks like real things that have sort of been plonked around and thrown around, and
better than Rita. You know. Well, anyway.
Oh God! Yes.
Did I just go there? Sorry, guys. Sorry, did I offend you there? No, listen. So, but this is the first time I've ever being a wing coaster. So you have two options. You can either go left, which is the right-hand side, or you can go over the station and then jump onto the left-hand side, right-hand side. Yes.
Which is the better side?
I think it's the right-hand side, because when you go in.
Well, as if you're going over the top.
No.
Well, the first one you come to, so as you go in,
turn left to it, because...
Right. Oh, no, I think
the other
side. Yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, you know when it tilts and it goes over, you're on the outer seat, so you go in higher.
I suppose you go up. And but then if you go under, you get to sort of, like, see all the drop, and it's all...
okay. Yeah. Okay, that is.
It's a good ride either side, it's, you know...
And the throughputs are really good. The restraints on it as well are really comfy.
Until you get to the end.
Could sit on that ride all day.
Like you can't breathe.
Oh wow! Do you struggle then with it?
At the end, as soon as I hit the brake run, it's just like so locked in.
Really?
I can't breathe. But
it's a bit weird though for its baggage though, isn't it? Don't you think? I think that's what makes it quick as well with its throughputs.
It's just literally just giant box. You just drop your stuff in. It works though. It's a good system.
And I'm gonna say this, it looks so nice. It looks so sexy. If you know what I mean. If a ride could be sexy,
it's a good looking ride. Yeah.
Because just the whole how low you are to it as well, and you can see the wheel here as well if you're in the inside seat, and everything is just. Oh, you can see the computer system.
It's like comparing it to like a low slung sports car. Everything's very streamlined. There's no like big chunky bits. It's all very flowy and.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, such a good ride.
I think that's what makes it
such a good ride. So you are now on the ride. You're ready to go. Give you the thumbs up, dispatch in. Go through the layout then for us, dude.
You make your way up the lift hill, which obviously is a really weird experience because like there's nothing in front of you because there's no track. But the track's either to the left or the right of you, and it's a really, really nice lift hill because you can just sort of see the top, but you can't quite see it going over the edge, so it's a bit like, oh, what's going to happen? I mean, I don't know what you'd even call that element at the top. What is that, like a reverse?
It's an invert for sure.
It's a fantastic element, whatever they call it.
Yeah, whatever you call it, let us comment below because I don't know what it is.
Like sort of like the twist, and then it goes down on itself, and it's just amazing. And then obviously it goes down past the broken up aeroplane that's there, which is, you know, you get nice and close to it, and then it goes up to
kind of like
it's like a half cobra rolly thingy, isn't it? Like
you get some awesome shots there from it, and it just looks so, even through that, and just the view of it looks so nice when you see it. But yeah, and then it kind of does it. Yeah, and then it goes past the billboard. Now, someone said to me that billboard's not been there long, but I've always thought it had a billboard.
I can't ever remember it being an extra edition.
Yeah,
but yeah, you go through the billboard, don't you?
Oh, sorry, yes, you go through that one. Yeah,
like headies on it or something. Don't lose your head or something like that. So yeah, you go through the billboard, and then it goes. I'm trying to think where it goes after that. It goes to the right, doesn't it? Yeah, you go right, and then you've got like a bit of a helixy thing.
And then it kind of does
another inversion, which I don't know what that element's called either, because it's obviously on the side. It feels very different to a normal inversion. And then
you're coming to the end, though, aren't you? Because
and then it goes to the helix, the proper helix bit, which goes around the helicopter, which is nice and fast. And then it goes sort of back on itself, back to the station, and then you've got the sort of slowed down sort of 0G roll, but it's not 0G roll because you're on the sides of the track, so I don't know what that's called again. Let us know below.
I bet it is. I bet it is a 0G roll, but it's just because obviously it's a wing coaster, so it's got to have a different element to it.
It's not a heartline roll, is it? It's a whatever it's called, and then it just goes down to that nice swooping left-hander back into the station. But
and 1 minute and 15 seconds of just wishing that it was longer, because it's such a good and smooth ride. It's one of the smoothest rides I've ever been on.
It's like riding on clouds. It's so smooth.
Sometimes you get the effect of the fire engine, but I think you get like
a fifth train. I think.
Oh, does it?
I think so.
I just thought it just randomly just goes off. So
sometimes it doesn't, and it just spits out whatever the flammable fluid is that they use, and it just sort of squirts it across everybody. But you know,
it does make me laugh though when you do see it on that barrel roll near the end when it goes like over the church or over the station, and you just see people's like phones come out or their car keys come out and stuff, and it's like Jesus,
full of sunglasses and stuff.
It is full of hats and stuff. It's like, jeez, man, come on, think about it. There is one simple fact. I remember in 2000. Oh my gosh, was it 2012 or 13? Where they was it 16? 2016. Sorry. Was it? 2016, because it happened for 3 years. Wow. Believe it or not, I only thought it was for one season. I
only went on it once. That was actually the first time I rode it backwards.
What, backwards?
Yeah, the first ever time I rode it. It was on the sort of as if you go over the track and down that side, right on the back row, on the outside, looking backwards.
I never did it, Rob. I never did it. I was gutted.
That was before I was like a serious enthusiast. Like that was just a family trip, and I was like, oh, there's one that goes backwards. I'll queue for that. So.
Did they have like a queue line for it? Because they're very strict on who goes where they are.
It was, but you still went the same way you go now. It's just like as you got to the bottom of them stairs, then you would go off. You would go off on your own queue to do the back. But from what I remember, it wasn't much longer than sort of like queuing for the front. So
was it quite intense then?
Yeah, it was better. It was better. It was just. It's like you still. I don't know how to explain. It's like instead of feeling all the forces coming forwards, it was just like. I think probably the best way to explain it is instead of feeling like you're breathing in, it's like you're breathing out. So everything's sort of, it's like you're getting dragged backwards through everything.
And I'm just thinking of that first, the first bit when you're turning.
A million times better facing the other way. Because you can't, all you do is you see the sky, and that's, yeah.
And you're just like, what on earth?
It's like sort of arms and legs out in front and just sort of flailing around. Yeah, I'm gutted that they haven't turned them.
I don't know why they haven't brought it back. I don't know.
Reason. Some maintenance issue or something there's got to be.
However, though, I will say, though, before they opened it, before we rate this sucker, in 2012, obviously it was opening, but in January in 2012, they put crash dummies. Not crash dummies, the dummies, what they go on it, test dummies, that's it, on it. Crash dummies, oh my gosh. And as it was going round, they had no arms or limbs. Well, they lost all their limbs.
Wasn't that a marketing ploy?
So No, that's the truth. So they had to literally go, oh my gosh, we need to sort this out. Where's it coming from? So they had to trim certain things away from it all. So, yeah. That's why they have these tests. Because otherwise,
that would be people.
Guests would have no arms.
It'd be the Smiler all over again.
Wow. That would just, yeah, we've got a Smiler review coming up very, very soon. So just watch out for that.
It will.
So let's rate this then, sucker then, Rob. So number 3 is... Hell no, I am not going on this ride at all. Here's a fast pass. You know, even someone, the VIP, they're putting you on it, they're forcing you on it. I don't want to go on it. Number 2 is that it's an okay ride. I could probably queue up for about 5 or 10 minutes for it. You know, it will do. Or number 1, you'll queue up for hours for this bad boy. You'll queue up for 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever hours it is. Even if it's a 4-day queue, you're going to be queuing up for it. So, Rob, which one is it? 3, 2, or 1?
I think it's going to have to be a borderline 1, as it is my favourite coaster at Thorpe Park. So it's one that I always try to get in when I go.
Wow.
I don't know if I'd wait hours for it, but I would certainly wait more than sort of 30-45 minutes for it.
Wow. My only issue is it's not theming, because the theme, it's got one of the best theming I've known on a ride itself. It's just the length of it. It's so short, and I think that's what irritates me, is because we have this ride, we have this wing coaster in the United Kingdom. It's great. It's only for 1 minute and 15 seconds. It's like, God damn it. But then you'll get some people complaining, saying that, you know, well, at least we've got one, you know, and I can understand. But there is wing coasters out there which are a lot longer and probably are a lot better. But overall, I'm torn, if you want my honest opinion. I'm torn between 2 and 1.
Good.
I'm just thinking, if you're if you've never been on a wing coaster, like you say, you're gonna be.
You have to. If you've never been on it, you have to do it.
I'm gonna go with a strong 2.
Okay.
Yeah, a strong 2. I'm going for, because I think I couldn't be queuing up for hours and hours, and I have done in the past, and I just think, not what a waste, but 1 minute and 15 there. That's the only thing what gets me. That's why it gets a strong 2. To be fair.
Fair point.
Yeah. Guys, why don't you let us know? What would you rate it? Number 3 being really bad, number 2 being okay, number 1 being spot on. Why don't you comment below this video and let us know? Also, you can follow us on our social medias on Instagram, Facebook, and if you are new to this channel, make sure you do subscribe and hit that bell icon. Every time we upload a new video, you will be notified. Also, we'd like to have a discussion on our Discord at CoasterDan, so make sure you check us out over there. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and happy riding.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.